Okay, we are here on day 4 of the fast, and I'm booked in for my colon hydrotherapy session, and this is the little machine I'm hooked up to, and I'm with my colon hydrotherapist, and she's going to just talk us through how this all works. So can you give us a quick overhaul of how this all works?
A colonic itself?
Yes.
How the colonic is performed?
All of the above.
Yeah?
Yeah,
okay.
that'd be great.
So first of all, the kit that's used is sterile and disposable. A tube is inserted into the rectum with the waste tube and the water tube attached to it. And you come onto your back and water is run into the large intestine until the person tells me they feel full. And that feels like either the belly is ballooned or they have an urge to have a bowel motion. When that happens, the water's turned off and the release valve's opened, and then whatever's in the body may or may not release. If someone's rather bloated and gassy, that can slow the process up a little bit. It's not unusual for people to be bloated and gassy. And if the problem is also constipation that they're having, then gas can get trapped in the bowel anyway and just slow the whole process down. So when you have a colonic, water really is your best friend. Basically, we want to get as much water in and out as possible to soften the stools, to allow the best release process for the large intestine. You can only work with the large intestine. You can't go up into the small intestine because there's a one-way valve called the ileocecal valve that empties from the small intestine into the large intestine, and so that really limits you. And the large intestine's about 1.3, 1.4 metres long, so that's what we're working with. But with people who have constipation issues, the gut or the large intestine can become elongated and it can become wider in circumference than it's meant to be. So it is known that the bowel can sometimes have 2 to 20 kilos of waste around the walls. It's not common for it to be 10 or 20 kilos of waste. Yeah. But for someone who has a history of constipation, then definitely there could be 1, 2, 3 kilos of waste around the bowel. That wouldn't be an unusual thing at all. And for someone who's grossly overweight and constipated, that's where you get the big numbers.
The bigger ones, yeah. So how effective would you say they are at just clearing...
Colonics?
Yeah, clearing things out. And what effects do people get usually?
Yeah, look, I think colonics are highly effective forms of detoxing the body generally, but immediately the large intestine, the liver and the kidneys. But it depends on the person. Everyone's story is different. So sometimes frequency of colonics is really important. So when someone's chronically constipated and has, one bowel motion a week, one bowel motion a fortnight, one bowel motion a month in some cases, those people might need a colonic every day for a few days just to get something to move. But frequency, water in, water out, massage, pulsing of the tube to just stimulate the large intestine to move, the tools that colonics hydrotherapists use. Yeah.
Oh, great. Awesome. Thank you. And how long do they normally take to perform?
Most colonic hydrotherapists will do a colonic for about 40 to 50 minutes.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
And
we will stop recording now and hopefully come back with a video to show if anything's coming out. That'll be good.